inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Our game here, really a dream matchup for folks who like good quarterback play.
Yeah, you gonna. Yeah, my partner did this. They just ban you. They gonna let you keep your players and all the NT point. Like, that's stupid.
Rodgers and Allen have faced off one time before, and it was the Packers who shut out the Bills.
Yeah, you gonna get all your shit back.
That was just Allen's third NFL start. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Those defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. This is Hines. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. The Bills at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance, get your fresh look.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, on the opening drive, he was looking for a big chunk play. Unfortunately, that time, the secondary was ready for it. Charles picked it off. Not only that, they take it the other way for points.
Homework, preparation, research, it all comes back to that, VJ. Scouting your opponent, not just the players, but the coaches too, and seeing what they call to begin a game, find out their tendencies. They recognize the early deep ball was part of their opposing game plan, and they weren't caught off guard when it showed up.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Hines. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing is Allen on third. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So now on fourth down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. Here's Watson. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up first and 10 at their own 23. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early and give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, we need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4 score.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first-quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run again with Hines. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. They run with Hines, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Returnable for Watson. A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
I'm about to smoke right quick.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt. It won't cost the team because of where they are on the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Yeah, man. Second year, I got Malik with 20-something rushing touchdowns with 50-something.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
I like that bit. I like that bit.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
What's the bet? What you say the bet wrong? I guess 17, No, we rock.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's first and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them in this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
To throw on second and 10. Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Christian Watson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On play action, Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, Second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust to the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb
Hold
it down.
on. Who taking the time, fool? Who taking the time, fool? Who taking the time?
To the speed of NFL play as well.
Shown right there. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now. As this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better.
It's gone inside the 25. Barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. To the air, Allen. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there at 22.
I think he has to be saying to himself,
He's how we.
not going to get it, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and 10.
Hines.
Hey, what he's Eastside? What he say, Eastside?
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Allen. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So, Eastside, hey.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he gets halfway there.
So Eastside, here the Eastside. Excuse me, sir. Who we this is on the floor right here, sir? Who taking that charge, sir?
4th and goal.
That's why you just don't put yourself in that situation.
Hey. Hey, here it is. Hey.
I'm gonna take my own charge anyway. I'm gonna take my own charge, but don't get it in the car with me.
They'll run for it with Hines. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass.
Excuse me, which one of you boys taking that dope charge right here?
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
But Bigfoot, what if it ain't his dope? What if it's the last nigga to come?
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. He will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Listen, no, the partner ain't there either. Somebody else driving, you call.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. Was that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
The last last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. Right side to Watson. They find some open field here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Sometimes there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. 42-yard line here, going down there. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away.
Man, let me see my nigga watch these slips, man. Watch him where he at. You fucking with
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. On 1st down, Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Uncorks one for Davis. It got his man complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's finally ringed out of bounds. Big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
Huh? No, I'm telling you some shit to take.
Allen now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hines. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And again, it's Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
What's the deal there? STIXXAY. Under? This shit was at 3, but lower than 2.5. I got Bogdan to hit me 2.5 threes tonight.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach for the score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to
he's still hurt.
Unable to connect in that attempt.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. And they'll get all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Rodgers again now. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 52 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? When you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game.
35. Take care for 35.
Already got 2 sacks. And now
I took care of 35. I took that nigga for 35.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And this is going to be incomplete. 0 hesitation that time. He just got it and put it out in the right flat. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Well, you know how hard these quarterbacks nowadays work on just getting the ball in their hands and making a quick decision and throwing the football. Didn't work out in this case.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. That's an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Crosby is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal.
Bro, say your ankle hurt.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
I took his points on the 6, 26 and a half. Right here. I took 8 rebounds and assists.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
He never added points. I've just been taking his assists he didn't hit.
Yeah, but by the time his assists, you know what I'm saying, I started. Alert!
Ooh, and PJ already got the
Allen going to go on 4th down. Pass caught. It's Davis on the crossing route. And he is going to have the Bills' first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Allen to throw once more. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Good position to be in here. 2nd and inches. From midfield, here's Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I took Ben, triple-double, triple-double.
But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again
Triple-double.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. To throw, it's Allen. He's going to take another shot here. And now here's another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Only way you can, I feel like, stop Victor if you're a physical nigga.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Able to find Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains here on a
It's 12-0. God damn, I know.
Football League on EA Sports.
First half, I bet you Jokic don't hit his first half. Drink. Jake got 6.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL.
Who did that shit?
Whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
It's like that when Steve
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Keeps himself upright, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now it's Hines, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
You just saw that he didn't beat him.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On play action, Allen. Going Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And taken right at the 35. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Yeah, all you got to do is beat you. And see, if you
the Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do...
Oh, you're going to make it, man. You're going to make it big fool. I'll let you make it big fool.
At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Look now to see how I do tomorrow. Okay, we can play after your game. Yeah, nigga, how you gonna say can you play before 6, bro? They nigga on these game tape. You supposed to play at 2:45, bro.
15 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error
before I know he was wrong.
and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time.
Don't look at the hit
be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd down, Hines. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring out a 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him
defamation for you need to be defamation for the way you did the goddamn black cat and shit.
Over time, he might actually pop one of these runs, but bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
One final shot.